you and me, Wembley Stadium, 93,000 crowd. I'm up for that, my friend. You know, let's put it this way. You've had plenty to say. I'll stand by every word I've said. You don't like me. Let's see what you can do about it. Hater versus top father. That's what we'll call this. But it's got to make business sense. Because it's a business, let's not forget that. So get your people to contact me directly, just me. I'm a one-man band. Let's talk about the business side of it, get the contracts drawn up, and I will fight you Wembley Stadium this year. Don't worry about that. John Fury will not back out of a fight with you, my friend. Or nobody else either.
Big John's now called him out and says he'll fight him at Wembley. Whether they could fill Wembley or whether they couldn't, they could definitely fill a stadium of some description. 50, 60,000, easy. What, 80, £100 a ticket? That's some serious bank, by the way. And if I could get a ticket, I'll be down there to see it.
Hi all, Loz D, Punch Out TV. How you all doing? Hope you're all well out there on this Tuesday evening. So I guess you've all seen Crankpot, fucking Desperate Dan, with his begging bowl, begging for a fight with Carl Froch because Carl said a few remarks about his son and he hasn't liked it. So he's seen his arse fell out. Now the Crankpots challenged the Cobra to a boxing match at Wembley in front of 93,000 people, so he says. Tell you, man, this guy's deluded. And then on the other hand, you've got Danny Christie, a bare-knuckle fighter, who's also did a video yesterday saying that if this was to happen, they could quite easily sell out a stadium, 50, 60,000. Oh my God. At £70 or £100 a pop for a ticket. Really? Well, let me just stop you both there. So I'm going to address you on a few things. I'll start with you, Danny Christie. You seem like a good kid, Danny. I follow him. I quite like the lad. I know he's Big John's mate and that. There's nothing wrong with that. You're mates with whoever you want to be. But I just want to address you firstly, Danny. Number one, the British Boxing Board of Control would never sanction this fight in the UK. Absolutely not. A 46-year-old man against a 60-year-old man or a 59-year-old man who's an absolute crankpot. The man's deluded. He's 20 stone and he's off his rocker. So it'd be a pensioner versus a British, Commonwealth, European, 4 times super middleweight champion in the world and an international Hall of Famer. Do you honestly believe that the British Boxing Board of Control would sanction that fight? Not on your Nellies. No chance. Number 2, what was to happen if they did sanction this fight? How long do you think John Fury would be in that ring before the Cobra washed him, knocked him out, and probably give the guy a heart attack and kill him? Do you honestly think that Carl Froch would want to put that on his conscience? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And number 3, nobody in this boxing world would pay £70 or £100 a ticket to watch a fat, out of shape, old age pensioner get a beat down off a former world champion and international Hall of Famer. That would never sell out any stadium at 60,000 or 70,000 people. Not a fucking cat and hell's chance. So, Danny, you stick to your bare knuckle side, mate. Don't bring that misfit shit over into boxing, because us boxing fans don't want to see that. John Fury is an absolutely deluded fantasies. That's all he is. So please, stop trying to promote that weapon fucking talk, because it's bullshit. Nobody would want to watch that. and the British Boxing Board of Control would never sanction it. So that's me done addressing Mr. Christie. So now we get on to the absolute fucking buffoon of YouTube. The man who wishes he was Tyson Fury. The man who wants to steal the limelights from his son, from Tommy Fumbles, who couldn't knock the skin off rice pudding, and a son who's a heavyweight champion of the world and won't fight anyone, and I'll do anything to wriggle out of an undisputed fight with Alexander Usyk. And by the way, going around saying he's the best fighter since Muhammad Ali. But anyway, John Fury, stop making yourself look like a fucking turnip, right? People are sick and tired of hearing your big fucking bully mouth. You talk absolute shite. 100 and 0 on the hard road with 100 knockouts. Yet no video evidence, no photographic evidence, and no one's ever come forward and said they've seen you in a bare knuckle fight. Your claim to fame is pulling out a guy's eye who was about 10 stone. That's your haul to fame. You've been out of jail however long you've been out, and no one's ever seen you fight. You shat yourself and Mickey Theo when it was dropped on your feet. Now you're talking about Carl Froch as a waster. What have you done, John? What have you done? Let's have a look at your record compared to the Cobras. John, you're 20 plus stone. You're 60 years old. You've got a Zimmer frame. You've probably got cataracts. And you're senile. You're absolutely senile. You're the hardest man in Britain and no one will test you and all that. John, stop it, mate. Just stop it. You're making yourself look an even bigger prat that you are. You say that you don't need money and all that, you just live the simple life. Then why are you begging for a fight with Carl Froch? Do you honestly believe deep down that you're going to do anything to the Cobra? Not a cat and hell's chance. He'd wipe the floor with you. You get folded like a deck chair. No problem. So John Fury, you're out of shape, fat Zimmer frame, old AP, go and sit your fucking arse down and get the fuck out of YouTube boxing, because we don't want to see this misfit shit and we don't want to see you get hurt. So that's all I've got to say on the matter. John Fury, you're a weapon, and that's all you are. A deluded fantasies weapon who talks utter shite. And that's all I've got to say about it, John. Stop it.